Hi there, everybody. This is WTOL 11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers, and it is so great to be with you. We are streaming live right now exclusively on WTOL 11 Plus on YouTube. Maybe you're catching us on WTOL.com or wherever you are watching. We appreciate you being with us tonight. For those folks that are just joining this live YouTube version of our weather update with an extreme Arctic front that's about ready to make its way into the area, go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying this, if you've been hanging around with us all week long as we've been giving you updates, or if you have any questions, please go ahead and try to put those in some of the comments there. We love to hear from you, and that's what we are here for, and that is what the WTOL 11 weather team is all about, giving you that first warning of the impending weather and the big time changes. In fact, you know what? It was a week ago we issued our alert day for Friday, 8 full days in advance, giving you the first warning and first notice of an impending winter storm that is now just hours away. So let's check it out. You want to get into some of the details of this? Absolutely you do. And how about this for one heck of an Arctic front that is just slamming into the Great Lakes region. And I will tell you, I've been a meteorologist here in Ohio for almost 15 years, and I've never seen an Arctic front such as this one, or the power of this front that is just really making quick progress into northern Ohio. I expect within the next couple of hours, we are down to just hours left until we see our 40-degree reading right now. Keep this in mind, that's going to be an important mark. 40 degrees right now, it is going to go plunging, and we're going to be sub-zero by the time we get toward late morning tomorrow, right around noon, and wind chills of 20 to 30 degrees below zero. And you can see that front. Arctic front has already made its way through Chicago. It's already hit Indianapolis. They tumbled from 41 to 11 in just a couple of hours, and Fort Wayne is next up, and it's going to be moving in. So I mentioned it. We're at 40 degrees right now, and how about this? I want you to wrap your head around it. For me, I am absolutely mind blown by this. We're at 40 degrees right now, and if we go to wind chills tomorrow morning of 20 to 30 degrees below zero, that is going to be a feels-like plunge of 70 degrees from what you feel right now in just 12 hours to Friday morning. It is going to be about as extreme as a temperature flux would go here in northern Ohio in the Great Lakes region. It is unbelievable how cold this air is going to be turning. A flash freeze is going to be an absolute certainty, and I do anticipate that we've got very icy conditions. All right, we had a moment there where we were having some trouble on YouTube comments. Comments are ready to go. If you are ready for the storm, let me know. If you're dreading this storm, let me know. If you love this weather information, maybe a deeper dive, a little bit of a nerdy version, let me know as well. So comments are ready to go, and huge shout out to our wonderful digital staff that is really making this all possible. A great way we can connect to you. I appreciate everybody in our digital staff that is working very hard behind the scenes to make this happen. So it is great to have you along. I'm actually monitoring our live YouTube stream right now, and we've got tons of people watching. This is awesome. Love to be able to connect with you to show you a little bit more in-depth data on what we are looking at. All right. So let's talk what's going on right now. So told you that huge flash freeze is coming. So let's go with the hour-by-hour forecast and look where our wind chills are going to plunge into Friday morning. We're talking 10 to 20 degrees below zero before daybreak, and they get even colder through the afternoon. Wind chills 20 to 30 degrees below zero. Can't stress how dangerous this type of cold is, which is why another reason we have been touting just no travel is going to be advised at any point tomorrow. Not only is it going to be the wind chills, the high wind gusts, blowing snow, icy roads, it's just going to be a mess across the area. You don't want to be facing that as we lead into the upcoming holiday weekend. Wind gusts, max wind gusts are going to be 50 to 55 miles per hour. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen to you, but power outages a very distinct possibility for at least parts of our viewing area. In fact, many of the power companies have been gearing up for days for the potential of this. We do expect that huge impacts across the Great Lakes region to power outages will be possible, so be prepared for it. Have extra batteries ready to go. Know where your flashlights are. If you got those lanterns, get some extra blankets. if you were to lose power, that means no heat. So you have to have a good chance, a good way to stay warm. And at times, blowing and drifting of that snow, it's not going to be tons of snow accumulation, but blowing snow could create near whiteout conditions or blizzard conditions at times. So here it is. This Arctic front is plunging into the area. It is now moving officially right up to the Ohio-Indiana state line. And really, as we go through tonight, by 11 p.m., I expect that front is going to be into most of the area, changing us over very quickly to snow. So let's put that hour-by-hour timeline out. I'm going to stop it right here. I actually want to back that up just 1 hour, 11 p.m., That's when I expect it's going to be racing into the Toledo Metro, our I-75 corridor, and travel will become poor very quickly. Low visibility. Temperatures will start to plunge from the mid to upper 30s to near 40, back into the 20s, just like that. It's going to plunge so quickly, and I expect it's only going to get colder overnight. We'll put this in motion. Snow showers tonight into tomorrow morning. A flash freeze is a certainty tonight. We're going to go from near 40 now down into the single digits, and wind chills even colder than that. Things are going to freeze rock solid very quickly as we go through Friday. Wind gusts could exceed 50 to 55 miles per hour, and those wind chills 20 to 30 degrees below zero going to be anticipated through the afternoon. It is going to be a harsh feel Friday, and I expect bitterly cold conditions. So our alert days, Friday and Saturday, and again, we issued that alert day. Do you remember this? Thursday last week, 8 days in advance. Good reason why at WTOL 11, we've got a 10-day forecast that shows you advance notice. First to know when we get systems like this, Friday and Saturday, wind gusts, Friday in particular, wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour. High winds as far as a winter storm. These are really high-end threshold type of winds. Wind chills of 15 to 30 degrees below zero will be expected the majority of the day tomorrow. And now let's talk snowfall. You notice we've been on this for several minutes. We haven't even talked accumulations yet because, again, that is down the list of major impacts. We've got winds and wind chill that are much greater impacts compared to snowfall. 2 to 4 inches of snow for the majority of the area, although there will be some areas that do get higher totals. Quick look again at that hour-by-hour forecast. We're getting snow that fills in tonight. It's going to be really tricky and treacherous with travel all day Friday. I really want you to avoid roadways. Stay away from roads if you're able to. Friday's just not going to be a good day to be traveling. It will improve somewhat on Saturday. So here's what we're talking about with snowfall. Again, 2 to 4 inches for the vast majority of our viewing area. Still highlighting an area north and west of Toledo, 4 to 7 inches of snow that will be possible. Now, I've added a little shade to the south and to the east where there's some indications very recently that we could be towards the higher end of those 4-inch totals, perhaps even a little bit more. Wyandotte, Crawford County over toward Huron County and parts of Seneca County. I'm going to give you a little bit of a shout out. There is the potential you could be closer to that 4 to even 5-inch range if we see some of the conditions materialize as we're watching right now. That could be an area that is primed for some heavier snow. We've got just a mess. It looks like Mother Nature just threw up on our map, didn't it? We've got winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, blizzard warnings, wind chill warnings all across the region. In fact, really it's such a large storm system. No place in the Great Lakes or Northeast really untouched by this. It is a major storm system. Our winter storm warning does include as well a wind chill warning that is in effect. And I expect blizzard conditions closer to Lake Michigan, northern Michigan, where they're going to get pummeled with heavy snow. So our travel, depending on when you're watching this, it gets poor very quickly. By 11 o'clock, I expect to switch over to snow for most areas. Gets really poor, talking bad travel. Personally, I'm not advising anybody to be traveling through Friday. It's just not going to be wise, especially travel of greater distances or travel that might take you into rural areas. It would be exceptionally dangerous. We're going to be close to zero, wind chills of 20 to 30 degrees below zero, and it's just not going to get much better through the day Friday. Winds will pick up through the afternoon, 50 to 55 miles per hour. Got to keep our no travel advised or bad travel out there through Friday evening and Friday night. But by Saturday morning, a lot of people have been asking me, all right, it's Christmas Eve day. I have to get to certain locations, grandma's house, my uncle's house. I need to travel across the state. Can I do it on Saturday? I do believe you're going to be able to do it, perhaps even as early as first thing Saturday, if you use extreme caution. Roadways are going to be icy. It is still going to be cold, but most of our snow is going to be done falling, and we will be past the worst of the winds. So I'll tell you, it's going to be icy and slippery. It's going to be very cold, but you may be able to travel with extreme caution on Saturday. So keep that in mind. Conditions will be improving somewhat on Saturday for a better travel. All right, our 10-day forecast, because a couple things I want to talk about here. We've got our alert days for Friday. We've got our alert day for Saturday. It's just going to be bitterly cold. Single-digit readings all day Saturday. In fact, could hover near zero much of the day. Very cold, Friday. Saturday, right around sub-zero readings early in the morning. 12 degrees the afternoon high. Now, winds will still gust 30 to 40, even up to 45 miles per hour. So blowing and drifting of snow will create icy conditions. But again, stress and urge caution if you're going to be traveling. Christmas morning looking like low single digits, cold. 16 is going to be the high on Sunday, and then notice the trend. 20s early next week, 30s by Wednesday, 40s into Thursday and Friday. And if that trend holds true, we may be talking 50s as we go into New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. What a warming trend that would be. Really, truly tremendous. Huge warm up that would be possible. And I think we're all going to be looking forward to that after what we're going to be expecting the next couple of days. Boy, really, truly enjoyed giving you this update. We streamed this live on YouTube on our WTOL 11 YouTube page. If you loved it, go ahead and give a thumbs up to this. If you're new to our WTOL 11 YouTube page, why don't you subscribe to it as well? Our digital team works so incredibly hard to make sure that you get all the latest information on YouTube, the best in Northwest Ohio, and giving you local news, weather, and sports here on YouTube, and you won't be able to beat it. So I appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube page. If you found us on WTOL 11 Plus, I hope you're enjoying it. It is a great product where we can give you live updates or updates recorded on a regular frequency and given to you on demand when you would like to watch. So we've got alert days. Friday and Saturday, they're going to be in place. Big issues with this? Yeah, it's going to be blowing snow, gusty winds. Plan for the potential of power outages that will be possible with those wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour, those frigid wind chills. 15 to 30 degrees below zero going to be expected through much of the day Friday, keeping us extremely cold. And a good reminder as well, bring the pets indoors Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They do not need to be out there in the extreme cold. You heard me say it. Please bring the pets indoors and be cautious. We don't want any pipes to burst this weekend as well in some of the extreme cold. So a few tips that we'll leave you with as this bitterly cold Arctic air makes its plunge into the region. We'll continue to keep you up to date. More YouTube lives, more information on WTOL 11 Plus. We'll see you tomorrow morning for those updates, 11 a.m. Tomorrow evening, again, 7:30. And, of course, all our live newscasts. Again, I'll be on air tonight, WTOL 11 at 11 p.m. And our full team, again, on tomorrow morning, WTOL 11, starting at 4:30 a.m. Stay safe. Have a great night.